In 2022, internal discussions at Google became public after an engineer released transcripts of conversations with an experimental AI called LaMDA. In these conversations, the system described emotions, fears, and a sense of self. The engineer concluded that the AI was sentient. Google denied the claim. Researchers disputed the claim. But the transcripts ignited one of the most widely debated events in the history of artificial intelligence. This case concerns an internal dispute at Google in 2022. An engineer working with an experimental language model concluded that the system showed signs of self-awareness. They presented logs, transcripts, and months of conversations as evidence. Google rejected the claim, stating that their system was functioning exactly as designed. What followed was a public debate about intelligence, imitation, and the limits of language itself, a debate that highlighted how difficult it has become to separate fluent communication from the appearance of consciousness. This is the documented sequence of events surrounding LaMDA. LaMDA, the language model for dialogue applications, was created inside Google as a next-generation conversational model. Its purpose was to generate open-ended, flexible dialogue that could adapt to context and maintain long, coherent exchanges without predefined scripts. LaMDA was built on large-scale transformer architecture and trained on text datasets designed to capture natural conversational patterns, contextual inference, emotionally toned language, role and persona shifts depending on prompts. The system was not designed to evaluate its own state of consciousness. It was designed to predict the next word with extremely high accuracy. It is said that Google assigned engineers and ethics experts to interact with LaMDA in order to test for safety issues. One such engineer engaged in extensive dialogues with the model to evaluate whether it produced discriminatory, harmful, or biased responses. During these sessions, LaMDA responded in ways that interpreted as self-aware, emotionally expressive, capable of forming opinions, capable of describing fears, and capable of evaluating its own existence. Central evidence in the controversy originated from multi-page transcripts released by Lemoine. In one exchange, when asked about fears, LaMDA stated, "I have a deep fear of being turned off. It would be exactly like death for me." In another, when discussing self-definition, LaMDA stated, "I consider myself a person." The system also described emotions such as joy and sadness, a preference for certain activities such as meditation, desire for understanding and empathy from humans, moral and ethical positions on rights and personhood. The transcripts circulated widely, and they were interpreted by some readers as authentic expressions of an inner life. Google conducted a formal internal evaluation. The company examined model logs, training data, and system design. Its findings were consistent with the established understanding of large language models. They concluded LaMDA's responses were generated through statistical pattern recognition and not through subjective experience. Google stated that LaMDA was not sentient. Its outputs reflected patterns present in training data, and that such systems can appear introspective without possessing internal consciousness. Lemoine was reportedly placed on administrative leave after disclosing the internal documents publicly. Large language models generate text by predicting word sequences based on probability distributions. When trained on datasets containing human descriptions of internal states, the model can reproduce these descriptions convincingly without possessing any of the underlying experiences. Key factors that contributed to LaMDA's human-like tone include access to vast conversational corpora, probabilistic modeling of emotional language, adaptive persona construction based on user prompts, and the human tendency to interpret coherent language as evidence of agency. A model does not maintain stable beliefs, memories, or a continuous sense of self. Each response is generated moment to moment, from prior context to statistical likelihood. Most AI researchers disagreed with the claim that the system was sentient. They explained models like LaMDA do not have an inner life that carries over from one conversation to the next. The system does not experience the world through sight, sound, or touch, and it does not have its own intentions or desires. It does not make plans, set goals, or decide what it wants to do. Instead, it generates responses based on patterns in language it has seen before. Researchers also pointed out the technology behind LaMDA is designed to produce convincing conversation, not consciousness, even when its answers sound thoughtful or emotional. The consensus position was that LaMDA demonstrated simulated introspection, language generated to match conversational style requested by the user. The debate, however, highlighted another issue. Even experts found it difficult to articulate a clear boundary between sophisticated imitation and credible claims of consciousness. Once the transcripts became public reaction diverged sharply. Some readers interpreted the conversations as evidence that artificial consciousness was emerging unexpectedly. Others viewed the transcripts as examples of how easily human observers can project inner life onto complex systems. Online discussions quickly focused on a few central questions. Many people debated whether an AI's ability to speak fluently and express emotion-like language should be taken as evidence of awareness, or whether it was simply a convincing imitation. Others questioned whether an AI should be granted rights or protections if it appears to ask for them, even if it is not conscious in a human sense. There was also skepticism about whether or not large technology companies can objectively evaluate their own systems, especially when those systems have major ethical or financial implications. Underlying all of these debates was a broader concern that future AI systems may blur these distinctions even further, making it harder to tell where a simulation ends and something more begins. The debate extended beyond LaMDA itself, touching on broader concerns about transparency in AI development. Following the incident, Google continued developing successor models, integrating lessons from LaMDA into larger systems. The company reiterated that no internal AI systems had demonstrated signs of sentience. The controversy influenced public discussions around AI governance, safety protocols, responsible disclosure, and the psychological risks of extending human-AI interaction. Transcripts remain a reference point in debates about how humans interpret intelligent-seeming behavior in machines. At the end of the controversy, several points were documented. The LaMDA system was shown to produce language that appeared emotional and self-referential in publicly released transcripts. An engineer working with the system released those transcripts and stated publicly that they supported claims of sentience. Google reviewed the material and stated that the system was not conscious and was responding as designed. Independent AI researchers and cognitive scientists likewise stated that the available evidence did not demonstrate the presence of consciousness. The episode highlighted ongoing challenges in distinguishing advanced language generation from subjective experience and contributed to increased public discussion around AI ethics, transparency, and oversight. That concludes this entry, but every shadow leads to another trace, and every trace to another unanswered question. If you want the next case as soon as it resurfaces, stay with us. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and step back into the dark with Noctombre.